TV47 Weekend Edition. Now, President William Ruto and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga have officially put pen to paper. That is as to the agreement, and a working agreement that they say is going to steer the country forward. Of course, they say they have traversed the different parts of the country to just get consultations. And this happened at the KICC in Nairobi on a Friday. And so this historic signing of the Memorandum of Understanding is, according to the two, aimed at, making the country better. But many will want to argue otherwise. They are not convinced that this is about the people. So tonight on The Point, or perhaps on TV47 Weekend Edition, we ponder on these complexities that surround our politics, of course, putting the nation at crossroads. Dr. Barrack Muluka, Strategic Communications Consultant, and as well the Secretary General of Umoja Summit Party, recently just declared. He'll be telling us about that. We equally are expecting former Mwingi Central, that is Member of Parliament Joe Mutambu, to grace the set tonight. And of course, they tell us what they make of this. Daktari is already here. Thank you so much for creating time.
Pleased to be here.
After a very long time, I get to host you again.
Yes, you disappeared from Morning Cafe.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Freddie Ndimuli is doing a good job.
Yes, indeed.
And I appreciate that you're always here to support us.
Follow him.
Mm-hmm.
And once in a while, I also make my way here.
And we're happy.
It's my privilege.
Yes, yes, yes. You constantly continue to support TV47, which we appreciate, and as well articulate the concerns of the people of Kenya. Before we get a hold of, that is Mutambu Joe, I think I want us to just jog our brains as to the stories that we have carried. Unfortunate stories. I think we're coming back to the era where you look at the newspaper, bad stories, negative stories, and all that. And this, in relation to politics, and we get worried for a moment. So I'm looking at my rundown, and the first story is Ruto defends church donations. Of course, after we have also gotten to see that the youth went out, that is to protest against the 20 million that the president accorded to Jesus Winner. As if it wasn't enough, the president proceeds to accord some more, at some church in Eldoret. And I see another story where Raila faces hostile reception. That is after the handshake. Abducted Wajir MCA in hospital. Another story, Bomas is sold out by Gachagua. Another story and another story and another story. The only maybe positive story that we carry tonight as to the country is Nairobi River restoration. What do you make of this?
First, Linda, it's not the stories, it's not the media. Mm-hmm. The stories are reflections of the happenings. Chinua Achebe tells us very famously that the story lives on after the event. Mm. The actors, those who have been involved, have done what they have done and they've moved on, but the story remains. Yeah. And when you look at the media, I like reminding both my students mm-hmm. and the political class especially, the media just mirrors what you are doing. Mm. You just need to look at the kinds of names that some of the media outlets have taken. You look at a name like the Mirror. Mm. There are papers that are called the Daily Mirror or the Review. Oh. The Review just revisits what has happened. The Tribune, the Herald, the Standard, mm-hmm. the Nation, they just tell you what is happening as it is. Mm. And we usually say that if you look in the mirror and you don't like the face, maybe the face is dirty. If it's dirty, you clean it. Mm-hmm. If it is ugly, you just accept it. Maybe there isn't much you can do about it, yeah. Although there's also plastic surgery, you could do something. Which is
very expensive, eh?
Do something about mm-hmm. it. But these stories speak to an insensitive class of leaders, people who are not awake to the realities mm-hmm. of the environment in which they are supposed to be leading. Mm-hmm. And it's not for the first time in world history that we are seeing this kind of insensitivity. It's the sort of insensitivity that comes before a fall. Mm.